I am Moses, once a prince of Egypt, now the chosen leader of my people. The events I'm about to share. They transformed not just a nation, but the destiny of humanity. I was raised in the magnificent halls of Pharaoh's palace, unaware of my true calling. But destiny had greater plans. I discovered my Israelite roots and embarked on a journey of self-discovery, living as a humble shepherd in Midian for years. Then, one day, I encountered a burning bush that was not consumed. God spoke to me, inspiring me to return to Egypt. I returned to Egypt, a land I once called home, now a place of suffering for my people. The Israelites labored under the harsh Egyptian taskmasters, their cries for freedom reaching the heavens. Let my people go. Standing before Pharaoh, I proclaimed, "Let my people go." His refusal ignited a series of events that would reshape the very essence of Egypt. The first plague turned the life-giving Nile to blood. Fish died. The water became undrinkable. Frogs came next, countless amphibians covering every surface. The land was overrun, yet Pharaoh would not yield. Then came the lice, infesting man and beast alike. Yet still Pharaoh refused. Wild beasts ravaged the land, bringing chaos and destruction. The Egyptians cowered in fear, but Pharaoh's resolve did not waver. A pestilence swept through Egypt, decimating the livestock. The animals of the Israelites were spared, but Pharaoh's heart grew harder still. Boils erupted on the skin of the Egyptians, causing immense suffering. Even Pharaoh's magicians could not stand before me due to their afflictions. A hailstorm of unprecedented fury battered the land, destroying crops and buildings alike. Thunder roared and lightning split the sky. Locusts devoured what little remained, leaving Egypt on the brink of starvation. The land was stripped bare, yet Pharaoh remained obstinate. For 3 days, darkness covered the land, a darkness so thick it could be felt. Fear gripped every heart, but light shone in the Israelite homes. I warned Pharaoh of the final plague, the most terrible of all, the death of the firstborn. I pleaded with him to relent, to spare his people this devastation. But Pharaoh's pride would not bend, and so on that fateful night, a great cry arose from Egypt as every firstborn from the highest to the lowest perished. Even Pharaoh's own son was not spared. The palace echoed with the wails of the grieving monarch. At last, Pharaoh relented. In the dark of night, we fled Egypt, a great multitude carrying the weight of generations of slavery and the promise of freedom. We took with us the bones of Joseph, fulfilling a promise made generations ago. The legacy of our forefathers went with us into the unknown, but our trials were not over. Pharaoh's heart hardened once more, and his army pursued us to the shores of the Red Sea. And there, trapped between the waters and certain death, panic spread through our people. They cried out, questioning why I had led them from Egypt only to die in the wilderness. I raised my staff, calling upon the God who had brought us this far. And then, a miracle. The sea parted, revealing a path of dry land. We stood in awe, witnessing the power of the Almighty. We crossed, marveling at the walls of water on either side. The night passed with the pillar of fire holding back the Egyptian army. As the last of us reached the far shore, we turned to see Pharaoh's chariots in pursuit, but their wheels began to sink in the seabed. I stretched out my hand and the waters crashed down upon Pharaoh's army. The sea returned to its place, swallowing the might of Egypt. We were free at last. The shore was littered with the remnants of Pharaoh's army, a testament to the power of our God. These plagues, this exodus, they were more than just events. They were a transformation of a people, of a nation, of the world itself. We had seen the impossible become possible. We had witnessed the mighty brought low and the lowly raised up. And so our journey began, carrying with us the memory of Egypt's plagues and the promise of a new future. Our story would be told for generations to come, a testament to the power of faith and the indomitable spirit of a people united in their quest for freedom. And I, Moses, once a reluctant leader, now stood at the head of a nation reborn. Our journey had only just begun.